So one day I'm swimming and I'm snorkeling by the
And a
reef.
shark smells the blood in the water and
No,
takes
I
your leg off at the knee.
I just see something
Mhm.
like end over end going further and further away from me, and
Oh
it's my
God!
toenail.
Oh,
But you know what is really funny is one of these
Oh, what's
days
the
there's
funny
gonna be
part?
like a
What do you
murder
mean?
mystery show, and they're gonna be like, "Whose toenail is this?"
No. All right,
Let's
fine.
be our
Fine.
victims.
Here's my foot trauma story.
Finally, Jesus.
Welcome to AE Double Back for Wednesday,
None
August
of that is
13th,
gonna.
2025. That is, both of y'all are disgusting. I just want everybody to know
You're
that.
not
I don't.
including any of that.
You know what?
I
It
didn't do
remains
anything
to be
wrong.
seen. It remains.
Hey,
You didn't do anything
shit
wrong.
happens. Shit happens.
Did you? Who slammed the door on your foot?
It was me on accident.
Oh, so it was you. So it was. Let's see. Let me do the math here. That's
But it's
your
no
fault.
fault. That's a
Your
no fault
fault.
accident.
Boop, boop, boop,
That's a
boop.
no
If I-
fault accident.
If I'm guilty of anything, it's only being the world's greatest hiker.
Yeah.
That is. You're guilty of a
That was
great
the
many
last-
things.
That was his last toenail desperately holding on to not being fit and healthy.
What
And
is?
it had to go.
Why?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm
Oh,
off of
Why?
this puppy.
Pain is just weakness leaving the body.
Or
Hey.
toenails leaving, whichever one of those. I'm sure. Can we do anything but talk about feet?
I bet
For
every
5
wrestler
seconds.
worth their salt has lost toenails. I'm sure of
Oh,
that
yeah.
much.
I mean, if ballet dancers do, you know wrestlers do.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
add that to our list of things to ask wrestlers when we get famous enough to
You
have
ever
them
lose
come
a
on our show.
Hey,
Yeah.
bro,
We
you
should
want to
ask-
see? You want to see a toenail, bro?
Oh boy, I'm gonna if I
Oh,
can figure out how to
Ramona.
clip that as a GIF. Called her.
Hey, dude. All right. So
I can get you a
we
toe.
this is oh god. I could get your toe with nail polish today.
Do you remember the scary stories to tell in the dark, like story that involved like a toe going in soup?
Nope.
No, but I do know this story, the hairy toe. Because I
No,
deal
that's
with
the name of
kids.
that's the name of a Mexican soda, Teresa. For fuck's sake. Don't be racist.
There is
Wow.
a fucking story called the hairy toe. If your kid might like it, super great kids stories. It's a podcast.
Oh, dear God.
Stories
what?
from all over the world.
I made what I thought was a fantastic, I feel even locally sourced joke, and it just fell flat.
I don't even
on
know
y'all white people.
well, because I
Jarritos?
don't.
Have you never? Oh, you don't drink soda? Is that not a thing? Or go
I
to
don't.
stores
I
with
very
soda in
rarely
them?
peruse the soda aisle. Although,
Ruse.
what else do you do? But like, I am excited about Slice coming back with
Oh.
prebiotics and probiotics, so then I
Oh,
can drink
Lord.
it and feel
That
like I'm doing something good, even though it's like
sounds
still probably
terrible.
24 grams of sugar.
It's awful.
Oh, it's just
What
right.
are we?
Like I saw
We're not doing
like
wrestling. We skipped
Oh,
it.
okay.
Jen.
Well,
I saw
now
a
that I know
very
that, that's
normal
fine.
woman on the street the other day that had a squirt, and I was like, things aren't so bad.
Yummy.
Squirts. I'm actually a fan. I'm a fan.
Squirts are good.
Although I feel like it should have less sugar because it's like not as
Yeah.
sweet. So
Right.
you feel like I should get like something for having healthier tastes or whatever.
Well, it
it's
drives
the same
me
market.
out of my mind when something like hamburger buns or pizza sauce is loaded with sugar.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Look at your
America.
ketchup. It's all sugar.
No.
That's the
No,
funny.
look at my-
Never mind. You know what? I
Huh?
could keep telling stories. Everything is launching me into a different direction.
One time
And
I dipped my toe in some ketchup.
I have
and
to.
it fell
no,
off.
that wasn't
Popped
what I was
right
going
off.
to say.
If I had a second toe like nail story, I would tell it.
A toast nail.
Toast nail.
Okay.
MJF and fucking Hangman.
MJF comes into the ring, cuts a promo. Hangman comes out. Hangman calls him an edgelord, which is great.
Mhm.
Down. Solid
Accurate.
burn.
This was a great exchange. MJF gets goaded into
Mhm.
using his contract for Forbidden
Yo.
Door. Dun dun dun. So now it's done. No more threatening. It's done. You can't use it again. You can only use it the once.
But you can put it over your mantle, like as a keepsake.
I think you have to turn it in. I think you have to turn that little clipboard in. What do you think? Clipboards
Mhm.
go on trees, for God's sake?
They're metal clipboards. Those aren't easy to come
Yeah.
by.
Those are expensive. What are you just going to go to Office
assume.
Depot every week and get another metal clipboard? Come on now.
No.
What do you think? Tony Khan's
need,
made of money?
With these tariff prices, no way.
You only need like a couple a year.
Ramona. Oh yeah. Wait. I. Okay. There was a
Did you
moth
have
in
a
here, but
Ramona
then
story?
also a fly.
Ramona story?
Yes. Also, the fly came in here.
Jeff
So
Goldblum. Oh my God, he is.
Yeah, he's
ask him to
never
play
leaving.
piano.
He is not leaving.
Oh, you want to
This
talk
is
about
going to
body?
be his misery.
You want to talk about body mutilation? That
No, we
that guy
don't.
is the
We
king.
do not. We do not. No, David Cronenberg is the king, not Jeff Goldblum. He's the.
Steven was king.
I don't know. When I think of, oh boy, we are. What are we? I don't even know what
I'm
we
not
are.
getting anywhere. All right, so that happens. I thumb up this top segment
Okay.
because we're just finally getting to it. I kind of liked the exchange, although it wasn't necessarily like the greatest exchange or anything, but I just
Dan is walking out
let's
on
just
your
do it.
rationale.
You know what? I would too if it were me. If I had to listen to me, I would get out of here the second I could.
Someday I'll have a garage that I can record these things in. In the meanwhile, I'm in the living room, and
You
sometimes
poor
things happen.
pathetic man. Your dream is a garage.
This is as far as
Garage,
their
a
dream.
fancy garage.
I mean, I would do it in a closet
do you
if I
call
could,
it?
but we got clothes in
Carhole.
there. And sorry, I apologize.
Not okay. Not accepted.
First off, I fucking love this segment on so many levels. One, now that this one is out of the way, that's both of our Money in the Bank challenges that are going into this next pay-per-view. So it's been like a month, 2 months or something since we got them, and we're getting rid of them instead of doing this like, oh, it could be a year. Who knows? You have 12 months to do this thing and drag it out and just be fucking boring. So we're whipping it out, getting rid of it. Super great. Because Athena's doing hers at this pay-per-view too. Great. Second, this is what I love the most about wrestling is when because it's all about earnest emotion, making us believe that these guys really are mad at each other or whatever, whether they are or not, because they're good performers. And that sort of losing control and not being able to, like knowing that, you've got this, you're smarter than that. And then to be goaded with all of your, insecurities into doing this thing that you absolutely do not want to do. Like that's the money stuff for me, like psychology wise. Also during this, Hangman calls him a B-level incel, which is fucking great. And then MJF is going off and he's like, screw all of you and screw your God. And I feel like, especially if you're bullied for being Jewish growing up, like your dream is to tell an arena full of Gentiles, screw you and your God. And so I feel like that was like maybe something that he now gets to cross off his bucket list. And
I just feel like there probably are some of God's chosen people in that arena that took friendly fire there.
You know what? I feel like Cincinnati, Ohio, probably not a huge contingent of Jews there. I don't know.
Oh, whatever.
I mean, what? 10%? 5%?
How much could a banana cost, Michael?
Anyway, loved all this. So much so that even though traditionally I'm like, how fucking dare you start a Dynamite with talking? All right, this one paid off really nicely.
Well, I don't think that you have to hold your breath hoping that that pairing is going to pay off. I think that there are certain combos that are pretty reliable to kind of go into a risky area.
Sure, but
Um,
also there have been a lot of MJF Page confrontations leading up to this, and like most of them were real good. Some of them were just kind of like there. So this could have been one of them, and
well,
it wasn't.
like I've had a lot of pints of strawberry cheesecake Ben and Jerry's, and every one of them has paid off as much as the one before it.
Are you suggesting that Hangman Page and MJF is of the consistency and quality
No,
of
no,
Ben and Jerry's strawberry cheesecake?
never, never.
I
Also,
mean,
please, American Dream. That's the Ben and Jerry's we gotta
well, I
go
mean,
to.
the
Why
problem I
would you even
have.
say that?
What?
Yeah,
Why
why
would you
would
say
you?
that?
Why would
Because
you?
American Dream is the best Ben and Jerry's.
The situation
According
that
to
I
who?
According to
Fuck
everybody,
you and your
last I
God.
checked.
Fuck
All right.
you
Wow.
and your God.
Harsh, rough.
the situation I am in
Jerry's
is that
my
my
God, so that's...
my corner store has
Mhm.
4 Ben and Jerry's. Okay,
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
yeah, yeah,
strawberry cheesecake.
yeah,
They
yeah,
have
yeah.
cherry Garcia. They have
Always.
half baked,
Mhm.
and they have shit.
Chunky Monkey?
It's
Hopefully?
not chunky. Oh, no, it's not
Tonight
chunky
Dough.
monkey.
Damn.
It is Tonight Dough.
I fucking knew it.
Oh.
Your corner store is trash. Although I will say, my first year of college,
Boo.
every
Already
Thursday
boo.
we would go down to our
You
little
elitist.
what at the campus store or whatever. We would each get a
I
pint of
lost
Ben Jerry's
everyone.
and go up and watch The Simpsons because it was still first run and it was early seasons. That's how long ago that was. But Cherry Garcia was my pick every week. Cherry Garcia, still one of my favorites. One of my favorites, not the, but one of.
I don't want cherries in my ice cream. Did we? Teresa Blank, she's here.
And she
yeah,
hasn't
I
told us
lost you
what the
guys
best
for a
Ben and
minute.
Jerry's is either.
Well, I don't know if there is a best,
Yes, there is. Of
but
course
I
there is.
love Chunky Monkey.
Hmm.
What's in Chunky Monkey? Is that that one has banana? I don't
and
want that.
chocolate.
No. I don't want
I
banana.
love it because I like
Thank you.
banana.
There you go.
Do
Then.
you get your
You can't
potassium?
go out and find. You can't go out and find banana ice cream when you want it. So how brilliant!
Fair enough.
You're not wrong. Not wrong.
No,
I'm not.
It's true. It's true.
Never
Are we gonna
wrong.
thumb this thing or what?
I already did 20
When?
years ago.
It's a
When?
she
100
did.
years ago.
She really did forever ago. I thumb it up because it was like a great intensity, like meaty exchange. Like it was really like appropriate to the moment in terms of like where they went to amp things up for the pay-per-view.
Fair enough. Yeah, thumbs up too.
So Mox and the Death Riders, they're outside. They show up. They just say a little something in regards to Darby Allin, like, "Hey, you think it's gonna happen, but no." But whatever. They enter. They come in the ring, or Mox is there in the ring because he's got a match against Kevin Knight. So that's the match. The match is good. It's a great match.
Sure.
I mean, there's nothing real. I don't know. I can't find fault with the match or anything. I just really want Mox to lose.
I think the only fault is that this whole thing was basically a redux of last week's match with
I mean,
Mike Bailey.
I really feel
bad, but it doesn't feel like we've advanced any.
I feel like we're watching the same thing all the time.
After Coppola came out with that new version of Apocalypse Now, everyone started saying Redux.
No.
Yeah. Also, that was like 30 years ago, so people have been saying it for a minute now.
Yeah, I remember.
And I'm still bothered.
Well, I use it a lot.
The thing that keeps coming to my mind is And it's the same thing that like I think like at first seemed like a fair criticism about the most recent Star Wars movies is the whole thing of like, we went through this epic saga to get rid of the Empire, and then what happens? Like the essentially same Empire just comes right back, like nothing happened. And I was like, that's bullshit. But then I was like, oh no, that's life.
Yeah.
That's Empire.
That's exactly what the Death Riders situation feels like, because I'm like, it's fucking bullshit that the Death Riders are still strutting around like Mox didn't lose the belt. But then I'm like, that's just that's what we're living.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
So
yeah, it was a good match.
Eventually, Mox knocks out, Kevin Knight, but he won't stop hurting him. So Mike jumps in to help, and then Yuta jumps in, and then Darby shows up, and then Yuta gets a skateboard to the face.
No, and then a skateboard onto the back.
Yes, and then a skateboard on the back, and then he's put into a body bag. Then Claudio shows up. Wait, no.
Yes.
Yeah, he's put in the body bag. Then Claudio shows up, and then they start to beat up Darby, but Ospreay shows up.
Oh, you skipped the best part. He puts him into the body bag, puts him up on his shoulders, and does the airplane spin like from the episode of Mr. Ed that we watched. Knowing He's Half the Podcast just a little while ago. Go check it out wherever podcasts are sold.
Your local John's.
Right next to the Chunky Monkey.
But then, so then, Ospreay shows up, and eventually they, Claudio and Yuta and runs off. And so Ospreay announces the lights out steel cage match in London for Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
Against Mox and Yuta.
Yeah.
And wasn't clear on who else.
They make it clear.
Mox.
They
make it clear later. They have to decide later.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the announcement at the end of the match. It was a challenge, anyways. It wasn't apparently sanctioned yet.
It does usually feel like confident assertions like that become reality later, if not immediately. I think rarely does Tony not back a wrestler's play as far as that goes.
I don't think it's happened yet. I feel like they may have pre-planned these things, and that perhaps Tony has already given his blessing. Are we getting worked, you guys?
I'll tell you something that was troubling to me was, and this is perhaps part and parcel of Wheeler Yuta's psychology. It feels like it is that, like, as I noted in the chat, it felt like Yuta was just kind of taking being sealed into the body bag, and I was thinking that, like, as Darby
does the same, he sort of takes it too.
And I just was thinking that if somebody wasn't trying to resist a little, I would be like, I don't have the heart to zip
to just seal you in here.
You want to be fighting back, otherwise what's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, I would want little rivets throughout the bag just to know for sure I'd be able to breathe.
That's fair.
Yeah. Because it looks pretty scary.
One thing I will say about this match is that, first off, fuck you, Yuta Chance. Always great.
Yeah, pretty great.
There was a dueling chant of let's go Moxley, Yuta sucks. Not let's go Moxley, Kevin Knight. Let's go Moxley, Kevin Knight. which kind of tells you where we are. Like, it could be anybody in there with Mox, and
which sucks.
Yeah. I mean,
well, I think like like there's I don't think that reflects badly, especially. I think that just is like an understandable like result of like where the development of Kevin Knight is. I think people are impressed by him even if he's not like inspiring chants, but after all, he's still part of a tag team with Speedball, and that's doing its work as we speak, but it does take time.
Yeah, and how good they are is keeping them on TV in much the same way that Ricochet, like he was on TV, and we're kind of like, okay, well, yeah, no, I mean he's really good in the ring, whatever. And then like when his personality fully blossomed, you're like, oh, thank God, could put him on TV all the time. We love him so much,
He's
and
so good.
hopefully Kevin and Bailey are sort of like buying time until whatever kind of like hooks in with the audience, and then they get to be big time. So I think
Thumbs
they're okay
up.
with there now.
Yeah.
Yep, thumbs up.
Then we got the Triangle of Madness.
Yes. Yeah.
Plus.
Or
two parts of a triangle,
right,
and then
it was right.
Money.
It was Mercedes with Sky Blue and
Tekla.
I do think I remember this problem from Trigonometry.
They also there was a point where the three of them the Triangle of Madness were like holding hands, and then Mercedes like boop 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 boops in there to make it a square of madness, which was very funny.
Yeah, just I love Mercedes Moné.
Oh
Anyways,
yeah.
Versus Alex Windsor, Queen Aminata, and Willow. So this was fun.
It was. I don't. Ugh. They're trying to get over Windsor, which is fine, but they put it into her music at the beginning. It was like that first sting to get the pop, and I'm like, don't force it, please.
Well,
it's not over yet. Like, wait.
That's
until...
no more than Mercedes
You're about
Moné
to say
herself
something
did. Yeah. She put a CEO chant into her song, and people do it now.
Well, I think from the get, as soon as she started that, people started chanting. Yeah. I don't think people are quite on board with the Windsor yet. I'm not on board with that. If y'all are, if other people are, more power to you.
I guess Windsor, I just think of the Queen.
Sure.
I don't want to say Windsor. I want to say anything else. So Windsor, okay. I feel weird saying it though.
I do spell it WINZAAA exclamation
Z.
point. So I don't know if that helps, but I don't know. Windsor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, sounds
just
like
to help him.
Patrick Stewart saying it on SNL.
Windsor.
He's so short. He's shorter than me.
Really?
What? Why do you gotta? What we're talking about the man. You don't have to jump in with how short it is.
Sorry,
rude. It's rude.
This is my brain. Okay,
I
can't stop it.
All I gotta say about Patrick Stewart is he's short, he's bald, he got no hose.
No host. I really love this match. I thought it was great.
Oh yeah,
yeah. There's also fun that Toni Storm and Athena were in the building.
Yes,
like, up there.
Toni Storm and Athena were watching, and God, it was excellent. The match goes on. Sky Blue has to tap in an agonizing tap, which I love to see. Something that looks like she sold it very well, so that helps Alex, But man, then Toni and Athena are fighting their way basically into onto the ramp and stuff, and I don't know, like they're getting beat up, but then Tony and Alex. Oh yeah, and then the other group attacked Alex Windsor, and then but then they started fighting back, and so the bad guys all run away. But Tony cuts a promo and she's like, we'll do this in Scotland. Tape up your tits and let's tango.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I had heard that they're going to be in Scotland. I had to go look it up.
I don't know their schedule. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know it by heart. I don't look on the calendar. So yeah, it was a surprise to me too. I guess.
Well, it doesn't phase me because I don't need to stay on top of their it doesn't I don't have to get there.
What if you wanted to get tickets? What if you wanted tickets?
Like I want to watch it live.
If I want to get tickets, I can get tickets. But if I want to use the tickets, then that's more complicated.
Could you get me a ticket with toenail polish on it?
Yeah,
sure. I can get you a toenail polish tonight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Teresa and I are funning on the Coen Brothers classic, The Big Lebowski, in case you were curious.
I didn't like The Big Lebowski.
You can go to hell. Oh my God.
Interesting.
That's worse than saying that Chunky Monkey is your Ben and Jerry's.
You've got no leg to stand on with your obstinate, like, Dumb and Dumber refusal.
I do not see how that has any relevance here. And
I mean,
I will not acknowledge
talk about an actually funny, quotable movie.
Our pets' heads are falling off.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Oh boy, are we gonna thumb this friggin' thing or what?
I up it.
It's an up.
All right, me too.
There was a sign that says "Bring back terriers."
Starring Donald Logue. Starring Donald Logue. Say the whole name. Say the whole sign.
Well, you tell me what any of this means, because I don't know.
It was a show. I want to say it was on FX or maybe whatever the predecessor to FX was. It only ran for one season.
It had a cult following, but it was not enough to sustain. It might have been like a network show. I feel like they needed network ratings. No, I don't know. I don't know if it was.
Yeah, no, it was basically. And it was.
See about that.
Kind of like Poker Face in that it felt kind of throwback.
How dare you?
But it relied a lot on the charisma of the lead, and well sustained. It was a really enjoyable show. But just like one of those little cult things. And
they need to bring back before that. They need to bring back Year of the Rabbit. That was the best fucking show I've ever seen in my entire fucking life, and it only had one season.
Well, that's how those Brits have always been.
Matt Berry? You don't like Matt Berry?
I love Matt Berry. I didn't say anything against him.
You put
words in my mouth. Oh, him.
I've never.
You've never heard of it?
I've never heard of the show. Yeah.
Well, you need to watch it.
It was
people talk about Toast of London, and that is shit compared to Year of the Rabbit.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
It's true. Right. It's absolutely true. You watch it, and you'll see what I mean.
Toast of London. I did watch it. I have seen it.
Sally Phillips and Taika
Year of the Rabbit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, first off, I'm getting a whole lot of links to the fourth sign of the Chinese zodiac. So just so you know, it's not that easy to find.
Just type in Matt Berry, Year of the Rabbit.
Oh yeah. What are you doing with your tongue now?
I don't know. The video is the worst thing that's ever happened to this podcast. It's too distracting. All right.
Very good.
Renee. She's talking to Will Ospreay, and he's like, "Hey, guess what? Tony Khan's not happy with me, so guess what I did? I got my friend to be in this match I announced that's going to be happening at Forbidden Door with Hiroshi Tanahashi. So that's cool. But then he wouldn't say if he was okay or not, if he was like healthy enough.
The thing that makes me give this an up thumb instead of just a middle or possibly even a down, just because like expedition, blah blah blah, and also I'm not the biggest fan of Hiroshi Tanahashi. I didn't see him in his prime. Like most of the matches I've seen were like after he had already retired and was like president of NJPW, and is just kind of like just kind of a slightly tubby, very sweaty man. Is that
Casting a lot of stones from the glass house here.
Look, I'm a physical wreck. I'm not casting it. I don't have a house. There's no glass windows to break. There's just no house. I am sitting out in the middle of a field, suffering from the elements because
naked on a toilet.
Naked on a toilet. Ospreay is talking to Renee, and he's like, "Would you mind telling your husband I'd like to have a talk?" And the fact that Jon Moxley does so much shit, and almost nobody brings it up that Renee is married to him. Yeah. I love that when they do it, just like every once in a while, you're just like, all right.
It seems like an invasion of privacy, right?
Yeah.
Whenever they do it, it's and like, ooh.
But it's meaningful for that reason. So like,
if you're you do it every 6 months. In a body bag, that would get results.
Yes.
I mean,
put Renee in a body bag.
Would it?
Wouldn't it?
I mean,
putting Yuta in a body bag.
You know, like I think you know, like it's important not to misunderstand like what results are and aren't. You know, like something's going to happen as a result of somebody going into a body bag.
It's all going to happen anyway.
It certainly may not be what you want, but you know, there will be consequences.
There will be blood.
Oh man!
All right.
What a good, what y'all thumb
what a good movie.
I
thumbed up. There will be blood.
God damn it, Calder.
Adam Copeland comes out. I fucking hate that everyone sings this song now. Because guess what? Yes, everyone did that to Jericho, but they stopped at a certain point when they're like, okay, this is just ridiculous. They would start it and then shut it off, and the crowd would finish it. That is appropriate. Playing it all the way through the first chorus, all the way through, to then have a verse and then come back to have the crowd sing the second chorus, I say no. You fucking start it, shut it off, let them sing that first fucking chorus, and let's be fucking done with it, please. Maybe this was the last time. Maybe this is the last time we'll hear it because of what happens, which we can get into. But I don't want to say it right away.
I'll say that tonight wasn't the best time to do it because they
went over. First of all, they went over, didn't they?
Well,
they did.
The problem is that it sounded terrible. It sounded like it was a real small place where just a few people were singing it. And is that the sound person's fault? Is that the fault of the venue? Is it the fault of,
is it anyone's fault? You shouldn't have to do that.
It's not really anyone's fault, but it came off really bad, I feel like.
I think that when you let people sing on TV that are from Ohio and didn't bail on Ohio for a coastal city, you know, that's just not going to go well.
Oh, you know what's really funny?
All the talented theater kids fucking went to New York or LA.
That's a hot topic though, because I have met people from Ohio that are like, I grew up on the East Coast. And I'm like, really? Where? Cincinnati or some shit. And I'm like, is that East Coast? Yes. We're closer to New York than blah, blah, blah. I was like, Chicago technically is close to New York. It's only 2-hour drive.
There's Chicago-Cincinnati beef. Teresa ain't having it.
But I'm like, what does that even mean? You're right next to Illinois. How are you not in the Midwest, right? Like, it's Indiana, Ohio, yeah? Am I crazy?
I'll tell you what's the biggest geographic fraud in America is everybody like wanting to pretend that Texas is somehow in the West, and they're not. They're not.
Well, I mean, they
historically. No, that's all. That was the end of my sentence.
They're not. You know, they're not. They're not.
The entire state is central. Yeah, they're none of it is in Mountain, right? Because that doesn't start till Arizona, right?
I don't think any of them are in Mountain. No, they're
But
certainly
isn't
not
Arizona an hour ahead of where we are?
Yes, I mean
That's Mountain.
Only because
yeah.
they don't do DSL.
That's Mountain time. Even
well,
though they're not.
They always had cable modems.
Texas spans 2 time zones. The majority of the state observes Central Time, while the western counties of El Paso and Hudspeth follow Mountain Time.
There, Mountain Time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a misnomer because a lot of that area doesn't have mountains, but it starts up in the Rockies, so
it's Mountain Time. Yeah,
it's Mountain Time, baby.
Tap the Rockies.
Any hoodles.
What were we talking about?
I don't even know anymore. Okay, this is the worst. All right, Adam Copeland.
Oh no, we can get so much worse than this.
Have
a little faith.
Let me see. Turning the page.
It's
Oh yes,
Stoke
it's
versus
Copeland
Cope.
versus Stokely. So Stokely needs to be dragged into the ring. That's funny, but I also felt really sad for him.
Yeah. You know,
He
like
just,
I think people really latched on to like his line from last week or whatever.
Of course they did.
Oh yeah, they made
Because
signs
it's
about it.
Brilliant.
It's like there's a lot of sympathy for that.
Host.
I
Especially in Ohio. I can't. I don't know.
Jesus
you're not wrong.
Christ.
No, your hate is on target.
I mean, it's everywhere. It's not just Ohio, right?
This is intended to be a comedy bit, so like there's only a limited amount of empathy you can have for Stoke, although I have all of it. Like I've been a fan, and him turning heel and being a super dick did not make me any less of a fan, but like this is what it is. It's supposed to run real short.
It is. This is what it is.
He's supposed to be scrambling around and like getting the shit kicked out of him by Cope, and then something else happens. And it honestly did kind of run a little long, but also it's fine because Stokely is a great performer and he sold the shit out of it, and you know,
Cope I loved
did
how
exactly
the crowd was chanting "Run forever." For this silly ass fight, but then
and Cope like with talking to the plants in the audience, very fun.
Well, they say plants grow better if you talk to them.
I don't know if that really was a plant. I think the guy just like the person next to him had that sign, so it makes sense that he would just be like.
But the fact that there were 2 in a row,
that woman was like, "Is this oh, look at what you just did."
What did I do?
You went like this, and then balloons came up.
Balloons came up, yeah.
Really?
Oh, there they go again. I didn't think it would work twice.
Wait a minute, if I do this, will I get it? No, I don't see balloons.
No, you're gonna get it. Your mom's vagina.
Am I getting it? Why is it not happening for me?
He's got some weird ass thing on his computer. You've got robots in yours, not mine.
Virus.
My computer is free of robots.
Porn viruses.
You know something that bothers me, and you know, like it's only a problem for me to the extent that you know, like I read what's out there on the broader wrestling internet, but it does like I do find it a little affecting when people who are loyal to like other promotions feel as if AEW is fumbling somebody. And like there are people who, you know, have grievances with the way that guys like Okada, or in this case Copeland, are being used in storylines that are comedic in nature or that are with somebody who is comedic. And I'm like,
what?
Like Okada is doing
deprive them of the fun shit they get to do now.
That's exactly like what my attitude was. I think Okada is doing amazing comedy work, and that's worthwhile. And like I don't think it's wrong, like because they're like, well, if he would have stayed, Copeland could have been a part of Cena's retirement tour or whatever. And I'm like, I guess that's
who cares?
True if that's something he cares about, and I don't know that it is. But you know, like he's where he is by his choice, and he's probably doing what he's doing like heavily by like his wishes. So like, what is the damn problem? It's good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
nonsense.
everyone. We're doing fun stuff over here, including what's happening next, which is that Copeland comes out. Oh, Copeland, whatever. He's doing his thing, but FTR comes out. And so
Hold on,
he
before
basically.
we got to talk about the no hose chant, the no hose
Yes.
Stokely chant, and the no hose just in general. As a resident of North Hollywood, I do not care for this at all.
No.
There is only one place you should be chanting NoHo, and that's
NoHo Dojo.
right here at the NoHo Dojo. That's
Now,
There is a dojo called the NoHo Dojo.
Now we've been to your home, and
It's
I'm
true.
trying to think of whether it actually lies within the boundaries of North Hollywood.
How dare you, sir? If you type it in, it comes up as North Hollywood. This is prime North Hollywood real estate. Witsit Avenue.
Ramona.
It's all NoHo.
Now everyone's gonna come find you. Just you wait.
Just
pretty long more. Good luck.
Okay. All right. I heard that.
I'm sorry. That was my tummy. I'm very
hungry. Someone's motorcycle. It's just sped on by. All right. So, blah, blah, blah. FTR then attacks Copeland, which means that their, what do you call it? Restriction order is null and void. Restraining order is null and void.
Like Teresa doesn't know what you call restraining order.
I know, but you have to understand.
She's had ones taken out on both of us multiple times. Look, why we have to do it over Zoom now?
I've been with children every day, and you get me at night, and it's just like, you just get what you get, okay? If my brain isn't running on all cylinders, it's nothing I can do. And Ramona, we just live with it. We just live. That's what we do.
That's all you can do.
Oh, Ramona, girl, you're just so pretty and cute and sweet.
Why doesn't Ramona run for mayor of something?
I would vote for her. I would vote for her 1,000,000 times because she's tough on crime.
Really?
What crimes?
Sure.
What crimes are you committing?
When I'm late with her probiotic. If I'm not giving her enough pets. If I'm sleeping peacefully and she decides it's time not to.
Yeah, no, those all count as crimes. Yeah.
Right, Ramona?
I think all this stuff is also in the big beautiful bill.
Yeah.
Okay. I keep trying to get to this point. Okay. So then Christian Cage comes out because FTR is attacking Cope. So he brings out the nail bat Spike. But Wayne also comes out and is going to get Christian. So Christian gets him, and then Kip is out there. But then he gets speared. Kip gets chance, but Kip gets speared. So both Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian have tried to attack both Christian and Adam Copeland. So that leads us to Christian, and both Christian and Adam end up helping each other out in this situation. So then
they're staring each other down. There's tension. Bro, tension.
Saying, hug it out. And they don't, but then they do.
Then there's
Christian
hugging.
was about to walk away, and he's like doing one of these. So then Adam stops him, and they hug, and it was like, yes.
I love that this is a place where you can get an AEW chant for a hug.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see that bullshit anywhere
else. You
wouldn't
see that at WWE.
No, and, see that in TNA.
Not to talk shit about WWE, but why not? Let's do it. They're the big boss.
They're the Ohio of wrestling.
They're not going to lose money from getting talked shit about. They'll never lose money. You know what I mean? They can't.
Here's the thing.
The Empire of Wrestling.
They, according to Meltzer, are actively trying to put AEW out of business so that they can be a monopoly.
I mean, I
don't get it.
I have different thoughts about that because on the one hand, I'm like, I feel like there's a lot of bullshit to what their strategy is and what their tactics are. But on the other hand, I'm like, should I clutch pearls over the idea that one promotion is, like the implication of competing with another promotion is you would want to do so well that they go away. So I'm like,
Except
I kind of
history has shown, like when WCW when WWF/E and WCW were head to head, that is the greatest creative wrestling output we ever had.
Yeah,
and
sure.
when WCW went away, they tanked. WWE,
but that's our
garbage.
perspective. That's not their perspective.
Right. But I mean, they're never going to lose money. So like, I really don't even see what the perspective could possibly be. I mean, I would think it's just money.
It's just money.
They are absolute, but I mean, but it couldn't, because they will never lose money. They can't. They have
also
the most market share. They have the most shows. They have the most television, contracts. It's like they could never lose money. So
they also want to abuse women and young boys with impunity.
That's true.
They want to shit in women's hair and traffic them, and they want to have all the wrestlers back on steroids.
They enjoy fascism.
They want to crush
people in charge
any
and the education system. Isn't Linda McMahon in charge of our education now?
She's in charge of dismantling our educational system.
Right, exactly.
Super fun.
I mean, there's so many reasons to hate them.
Let's put a timer on when Vince shows back up in WWE. I don't know what the over-under is over in Vegas, but I'm sure they've got a big board up. So
I don't know.
I mean, we left
maybe
because
he thinks he's
going to
be appointed to some kind of office, and technically he can't be like in charge of something while that happens. So if Linda is in charge of something, maybe he's hoping he'll be in charge of something. I don't fucking know. How does any of this happen?
Why are we here?
I don't even know.
Because we started talking about hugging, and obviously that's going to lead to.
Well, I'll tell you. If I have any beef with the hug, it's that it wasn't a kiss.
Amanda hug and kiss.
There should be more men kissing in wrestling.
Sure.
Amanda hug and kiss.
Yeah, no, we heard you, Teresa.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I just need to be acknowledged. That was a school bus joke.
The kind of jokes you
only hear on the school bus. Really?
Yeah, it's one of
yeah, no, I know.
Prank calls.
I know, but I'm just saying, I can't believe you didn't hear that when you were a kid.
I don't remember kids on my school buses telling jokes. I remember them branding the back of the seat in front of them with their lighter a lot. That would happen more.
When I was a kid, there was this older girl that just was saying such nasty things, and my friend and I were like, ooh, does she say it?
At one point, I had a bus driver who played Stern for us.
Oh, good God.
Terrible. That's terrible. Fire him.
These are arguably worse stories than the freaking feet ones earlier. All right. I'm thumbing this up.
I up it.
I up it as well.
There's music, thunder, skyline, and then you see the hook sign in the sky. Now, Chan was kind enough to send us a link with the lyrics to the song. And I looked at the lyrics, and I'm like, and it just is, it's very stalkery. Is this supposed to be?
I don't think so. I think this is oh gosh, I've already lost the link, but I believe the artist's name is Jojo Johansson. He's
it's like a JJ something.
JJ. He's a Norwegian trip hop.
Okay, I'm tapping out right there.
I don't think he's trip hop.
Swedish. No, trip hop. But his
sounded very just like emo.
His vocal styles are kind of like a emo crooner. And
so you mean Emo Phillips?
Hey.
Yes.
Man, Emo Phillips has the best on home movies. He had the best joke where he's like, well, this is where I heard it because I didn't see Emo Phillips live. But he's all, I was walking by a construction site and the construction worker called me a paranoid little weirdo in Morse code. That's so fucking brilliant. Anyways.
He's really so good.
Okay. The point is Hook. Sign, whatever. He's back, whatever. What's this whole Hook sign thing? I don't know exactly when it started. It's so inconsistent. I don't totally get it. It doesn't make sense with him and what he does in the ring or any of his character stuff. So why do we keep doing it? I don't know, but there it is, and I middle it.
Wow.
I would down it, but because I did not know what was happening, and I was like, "What is this music? How very out of place!" But I'm intrigued, and then the Hook thing came up. I'm like, "Oh, okay. I don't care for this, but I like that I got something unexpected and interesting, so I do middle it too."
You get something unexpected when you put your foot through the snow and hit dog shit, but
interesting. Okay, poop the unexpected is what you're saying.
Your thumb?
Yeah.
Well, then I got some on my thumb because I didn't know the shit was on my shoe until it was too late.
No, that was a plum. You stick in your thumb and pull out a plum and say, "What a good boy am I?" Come on. What was your thumb?
It was too long. It really took forever.
Very long.
It took forever before like a thing happened.
Yeah, it was too long.
I think we went back. It'd be
at first,
like
I thought it was a
30
commercial.
Seconds.
I'm middle aged. Every year passes faster than the one before it.
And actually, that's a real thing too. Did you know that we've lost seconds?
I think I have read that.
Yeah, it's real. The Earth is spinning faster, which means we're gonna fly off this motherfucker.
I mean, I swear to God, if I'm on my deathbed and I think about the dead air, like at the top of that Hook segment,
that'll be your one regret in all of life. Just like, God fucking damn it, I don't mind waiting in line for 3 hours at Disneyland for the newest ride, but that I draw the line.
You got introduced to famed Swedish trip hop artist J.J. Johansson. How dare you say that it's dead air?
I'm glad it's J.J. Johansson and not JoJo Johansson, because three Joes in a row is too much.
I guess like it's just sort of stylized as J-J, but like his actual name is J-A with umlauts, J-E. So I would read that as Yay. Which
what are those goddamn Scandinavians doing over there?
Lots of stuff, because it's day for 6 months and night for 6 months.
Having healthcare.
Burying fish in the ground until it rots. What are you doing?
Did you know there was a vampire movie called 30 Days of Night? Because it takes place in Alaska, which they have like a whole month of night.
Josh based on a comic.
Can you imagine vampires in a nation where like the sun is only up for a certain amount of time and then it's dark forever, and then there's every fucking day they're out there. There's no where to go or hide. You have to be made of garlic to avoid it. Terrible. Why don't we have some movies like that? More of them, because that's scary.
I'll tell you what we
it'll
do.
Be before we hear Calder's goddamn thumb for this segment.
Yeah, what's your thumb for the segment? The Hook segment is what we were talking about, in case you forgot.
It's a down.
Okay. Oh,
was that so hard?
Yeah,
was that
2
so
middles
hard?
and a down. Well, it is actually.
I have more thoughts about vampires in Alaska, though.
I'm sorry, there isn't time. We have a hard out on this podcast
of midnight. Okay, Young Bucks. There's an announcement. We have no music for these artists or whatever, which is hilarious. And then the screens come up. the screens come up with their names, Mr. Instant Replay and Slick Nick. I guess is one of their earliest
That
one of
was
their
how
earliest professional names.
That was how they
Wonderful.
debuted, I guess.
It's just hilarious.
Like I was reading people online calling for them to do exactly what they did there.
Mr. Instant Replay
you know.
and Slick Nick. That definitely is year one, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
But great fun. But they're with Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander against, but of course, what's his face? Justin is like, joining these guys is Kyle Fletcher and Josh Alexander, which is so funny. Anyways, versus Tomohiro Ishii, Hologram, Brody King, and Hiromu Takahashi. Hiromu, right? Hiromu?
Yeah, Hiromu,
okay.
Yeah.
Takahashi.
Also, the visual of Justin sinking lower and lower into the turnbuckle as Nick is screaming at him, it's just beautiful.
But Takahashi, we haven't seen him in a minute, so that was cool.
I do not remember him.
Oh shit! Yeah, he's been at AEW before, and I can't remember if it was like a Dynamite or if it was for Forbidden Door, but I remember him because of how he dresses. Anyway, and Takahashi is like it's a name that sticks. Anyway,
is it though? Because Shivani couldn't remember it.
He couldn't.
When
I don't remember that.
He took over announcing, ring announcing at the end of this. He's like, Hiromu and Brody King, and
I totally forgot that he did that.
I mean, I'm not gonna bust on him, but like yeah, he remembered everybody else's last name. If you were just like Hiromu and Brody and Tomohiro
and the big guy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I think Teresa thinks that Takahashi's name sticks is because it sounds like Tamahaki.
Like Tom
Tomahawks.
O'Hockey, the Irish
Tomahawks
player of hockey, I guess. I mean, I guess if your name is O'Hockey, you would have to play hockey, otherwise.
What sells that is how
Irish.
haltingly you said it.
Yeah, I had like 3 different ways to go with that joke, and I was like, which one? These are all bad. Just all. None
all
of them
terrible.
are good. Okay, well, I'll just whatever. This one.
Then I'll do them all. Beep beep beep. Okay.
The 3 ring circus, 3 terrible acts all at once. A bad tiger, a bad acrobat, a bad clown.
Bad tiger.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's funny. Thank God this will be over in 20 minutes.
Yes, they're all bad, but there's 3 of them. So, that's got to count for something, right?
I got my money's worth. At least I got 3.
Popcorn's not great either.
But the portion is great. Okay.
It's 3 bad flavors in one bucket.
All right. It was a great match. This was great.
Oh,
I
yes.
enjoyed it very much. The fucking chops that Kyle took from both Hiromu and Ishii was like, that's gotta hurt, man. These 2 fucking Japanese strong choppers. Ugh.
It makes me think a little about what Bret Hart has been talking about lately, and he's always talking, of course.
Thank God.
He was, so some people think he's like a real like chronic like complainer and like a real bitter guy, and then people will say, well, he has good reason to be, but he was talking about like what the real ethos of wrestling should be as a performer, and he put like a great deal of importance in that you're not hurting each other, that's not what it's supposed to be about. And one of the things that he kind of singled out was chopping.
Wow. What kind of
So
damage? I can imagine that does inside of a person, but I just can't. I don't know what it
I
would
mean,
be.
it is
Your
like
heart?
just like it's not like lasting damage, but it is damage. I mean, like you see people like bruised, and ideally, no wrestler walks away, with any aches or pains or whatever, because you got to do this shit day in and day out. So I
Is
understand
there like
that.
an age limit? Because like at a certain point, your heart doesn't work the same, right? So
Yeah,
like, would
I,
it fuck you up in a real bad way?
I
I
don't
just
think so. I
imagine the
think it's
heart. I'm not
just
even thinking of lungs.
it's just like the basic ethos of it, and like Japanese strong style is not does not jibe with what Bret Hart thinks about professional wrestling, which is you know that's a choice that people make.
I just I think he has a very fair point about like do what's reasonable and then go
Yeah,
home to your family. And I'm like, I get
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
100%. Also, he can't. He did not get to spend the remaining years in wrestling because he was injured by someone who did a poor job of it. So
Yeah.
I get how he would just have a permanent beef with that.
But I
That's
do
true.
think like every wrestler is an adult who can make the choice to suffer the damage.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like I said,
It's
like that's a Japanese style, and you could call the entire country wrong. Um,
we've done it
uh,
before.
Hey, did you guys know that there was a sorry,
I'm
I
just gonna
shouldn't
shit on
do
Ohio
this.
again.
This is not
No, I
okay.
shouldn't do
This
this.
is
I
very
shouldn't open
unprofessional of
this
you,
can of
Teresa.
worms. I'm sorry. I can't. I
We'll
just
save it for the Patreon. We'll talk
okay.
about it there.
Okay. Or whatever. Never.
At any
uh,
rate, it was a great match.
I
at
love
any
this
rate,
match. Thumbs up.
Thumbs
just
up.
Jesus Christ, we did not talk about Justin Roberts getting Marvezed.
Oh yeah.
It was
Oh, right. He
beautiful
got
and magical.
kicked,
He got
and it was
super
great.
kicked.
He
It
was
was
right next to the
wonderful.
audience, which is again really great because like you can't sell something super fake right in front of people.
No, we
I mean,
kind of
maybe
can,
you
but
could, but I wonder.
You
So
can.
yeah, he was out, and they're like, "Oh, the doctor's checking him out." La la la.
Taz is talking shit about him. Meanwhile, he's like, I wonder if the square knot in his tie is dismantled. And then he's like, it's in a seat. He's in a seated position. It appears to be leaking from both ends. Like
What?
Taz was just going off. He's just like they've just found this fun thing where he 100% supports the Young Bucks, and anything they do at this point is justified because they're being treated so poorly. So he's just going off, and it's fantastic. And I learned that I guess I enjoyed Marvez being super kicked by the Young Bucks so much. And I assumed it was just because like I don't like Alex Marvez. I don't like his on-screen persona, and I was never happy when
Why
he was on.
not?
But I see now that like part of it is that I don't care for Alex Marvez as an on-screen personality, but part of it is just that um, this does a thing that I like in wrestling that I don't. It's the same reason why I do not like Nigel wrestling. I do not like Pat McAfee wrestling. I don't want the announcers to have the same status as the wrestlers. I don't want any of the non wrestlers being able to get into the ring. I don't like celebrities getting in the ring. I don't want the fucking Rizzler fucking doing a Canadian destroyer on
He's doing
anybody.
his Dennis his
Jesus, I
Dennis
am, aren't I?
Leary?
Dennis Leary right now. Yeah.
uh, yeah. So like when this sort of thing happens, obviously you don't do it very often, but like this is the worst thing a wrestler can do is do a wrestling move on a non-wrestler because they just can't hang.
Can't handle it.
Justin Roberts will be out for months, you know.
He's
Uh,
retiring.
but
Yeah.
I love when they use it really sparingly like this. So.
And I'll tell you something that I enjoyed about it was that it gave another opportunity to demonstrate that, like, as a promotion, AEW is very very connected with history. Like, history means a lot in AEW, so that when it became necessary for Shivani to do ring announcing, like, we hear a little detail about when and where and under what circumstances Shivani last did ring announcing.
Last done ring announcing on TBS,
On
1989.
TBS. Yeah. And like, cool. I had also seen Tony Khan online himself, like, commenting on that, like, even to the match, what would have been the last match that Shivani announced.
Oh,
and
nice.
Like, that kind of interest in history and affection for history is something I appreciate a lot about the company.
The fact that they did bring that up, I felt softer when he forgot Takahashi's name. I was like, you know what? He hasn't done this in a real long time. It's a hard job. I get it, so it's fine. Also,
thumbs up.
There were sorry, fuck Don Callis chants when he wasn't even in the building.
There, yeah.
Which is how I know that, like, even though the fuck you to chants are real strong, like, Don Callis,
you'll never touch that. No one will ever touch Callis.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Yes. Also, thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay. Renee talking to Swerve ringside, doing a little interview, talking about the challenge to Okada, asking about his health. Then Okada comes out. And this was interesting, you know, like, he just did his thing. I thought it was fine. I thought it was a funny exchange between the two of them. The crowd kept saying Swerve's house, and at a certain point he's like, okay. And he just goes, bitch. But I thought this was funny between the two of them. You don't have to sell me on them. I want to watch this match no matter what.
Yeah.
So they could have fucking farted into a frying pan, and I would have been like, great, I'm watching this match no matter
how do you
what.
Fart
is that
frying pan? Because it's, like, really wide. Wouldn't you want something smaller, like a saucepan? Or, like,
you know where I heard that fart in a frying pan?
I
James
assume this
Cameron.
Is really
James Cameron. I know.
I assumed it was some kind of Idaho or Spokane, like,
you would think.
Like, expression. Yeah,
you would think.
He took time out of producing Avatar 3, which will be due out in 2052.
Who the fuck knows?
To fart into a frying pan.
You know, I was on an improv team with one of his effects artists.
Oh, that's cool. I'm sure there's a million of them.
Oh yeah. Well, no, there's at least 7.
At least. What was everybody on that improv team an FX guy for Cameron?
I had a guy that did all the background stuff for Lord of the Rings. They did all those behind the scenes, like almost whole movies of behind the scenes stuff, and he did all that stuff. He was on my team.
I once ate an apple and there was a worm in it.
Nice. I used to eat cherries with worms in them because natural cherries have worms. Oh, this is normal.
Ew. Well, I like unnatural cherries.
Look, when I was a kid, it was gross. As an adult, I can see why my grandma would just eat the cherry without scooping them out. They're teeny, tiny little teeny worms. So, like, I would scour that cherry because my grandparents had a cherry tree. I'd scour that cherry for a tiny little hole, and then I'd open it up and scoop it out before I ate the cherry. Whereas my grandma, she just, like, would pop the cherry in her mouth and then spit out the seed, no problem.
Yeah.
So I would go to school and be like, my grandma eats worms. And they would be like, I was like, yes, she does. I watched her eat worms.
Sell your grandma out like that? That's horrible.
Yeah, you got to.
One of my aunts can easily do the knot in a cherry stem. That's like her famous family skill.
Does she have a forked tongue?
Is she the devil?
Possible.
I'm just saying it would help.
I normally I would shit on the segment for the audio issues they had, like Renee's mic wasn't working at the beginning, but they rolled with it nicely. Taz was
he's a good cover.
Laughing as he was watching Renee just get hung out to dry like that, but they rolled with it and they made it work, and they threw back to her and it was fine. And then Taz was like, it's probably the mic the Young Bucks broke, and I don't blame them. Which is at which point I was like, man, he is just dining out on this gimmick of being on the Young Bucks side, and I love it.
What Renee should have done is just project.
Yeah, I thumb it up.
I middle it.
Really?
I think it got kind of muddy because Okada's not the best in this environment with the promos, and the whole crowd was chanting and making it difficult. And he got his bitch out, and then they shoved and whatnot. But as you say, like, you don't really have to do much to sell this.
No.
And honestly, I would rather have seen like just a short, tight package.
You would
about this.
Hey, if you want to see a short, tight package, just go see Thunder Down Under. Oh!
Oh God! Someone's Andrew Dice Clay now.
It was the O that really stole that one from me. I appreciate that.
Andrew Dice Clay. Don't make me Paula Poundstone.
Please, I want to hear your Cats, Cops, and Stuff material.
All right.
Calder.
You know what? I middle it as well.
All right. We got Mox.
Enough said.
And he's being interviewed, and in this interview, they ask about Tanahashi, and this is Mox learning that Ospreay has recruited Tanahashi to be one of the tag partners for the upcoming match in London. And so now Mox is like, uh-oh. So he's like, excuse me. And he goes into a room, and you see these two dudes that I don't recognize.
Just random locals.
Tough. They look tough. So I was like, ooh, are we meeting some new, like, awesome wrestlers? And then this is so funny. And then what's her face?
Marina.
Thank you, Marina. She says in whatever language, basically like, hey, get out of here. But she said it in a different language. So at first I was like, oh yeah, she knows them. Oh my God, they're going to be like real tough like her. And they leave the room. So that's how I knew she was like, get out of here. And then the camera pans down. And you see the Young Bucks sitting on these folding chairs, and it's like, no, this is so stupid. Is this just to recruit the Young Bucks? But what a misdirect. I mean, you think you're getting something real interesting, and then it's like, that the Young Bucks aren't going to be great in this match, because they will be, but like, it's just funny.
It's pretty funny. I liked the way Moxley kind of modulated, like the way he was able to play the emotions of like that reveal, because you can tell it's affecting to him, like, to learn that someone formidable has entered the equation, and he's not giving it away too much how he feels about it, but you can tell. But he's able to like play it at just the right level, because he's asking clarifying questions, and you see him taking it in. It's like, it's funny because he's like Tanahashi, and then he's like Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Just to double check, the Tanahashi that I would have a problem with, not just like Fred Tanahashi. He runs the Hibachi Grill down the street.
Yeah, this is great.
So he plays a moment like that really well. So that it's definitely a thumbs up for me.
I put
in my thumb. I pulled out a plum, and I said, "What a good boy am I!" Thumbs up. Did you up it, or did you just say you downed it?
I just said I downed it.
Chan
you
did.
Canned it?
I did. I agree with you that there was a lot of
You
stuff that was
channed it. Did you hear him? He said
I
you channed it.
channed it.
Okay.
It's as you say, Mox did do a lot of really interesting, like subtle stuff there that was nice. But honestly, we we see them walking around backstage. Lexi comes up and says, "Hey, did you know?" Um, so the
Here
world
they
they've created
come,
is
walking
one
down
in
the
which
street.
Oh
the
no.
Death Riders are just wandering around backstage all night when they're not
Yeah,
on
that's all they
stage.
do.
They're just wandering
They're
around,
lost
not
Well,
going
souls.
you
anywhere
know, they're
particular.
like great white sharks that have to keep moving or die.
They're
Yeah.
ghosts. Ghosts don't have homes. They have to wander the halls.
Until
Yes.
their business is finished.
That's right.
All of these reasons are reasons why I am downing it.
Wow.
You didn't find it funny? God, I thought it was hilarious. Am I the only person that found it funny? Shit. You guys, the jokes are lost on you. Those are solid jokes that they laid out in front of us.
Well, I think
Anyways,
just your deteriorating synapses like are really responding too.
you know what? If my brain deterioration means that I find more things funny in life, let's do it. Because look, we're heading in for some rough roads, and I might need to lose some proper synapse formation in order to
I was
ever
thinking
laugh again.
I was thinking again today how great it would be if I was like
A
real
rabbit.
dumb and real mean, because that would make things a lot easier right now.
Yeah, you could make a fuckload of money all of a sudden, right?
Sure.
Apparently.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you'd have to be part of the SS, and no one wants that. Well,
plenty
I
of
say
people
that,
do.
but some people
Plenty
do.
of
Yeah, I
people
guess
do.
so.
There's some announcements about Forbidden Door matches, including Cope and Christian versus Nick and Kip.
Yes, that's the next thing that happens, and it's exciting because they make it very clear that Cage and Cope will absolutely be in a match together against Nick and Kip Sabian. So great for Nick and Kip.
It's
Kip
also
Chance.
interesting
Kip Chance,
that I had expected them to have Christian make a full face turn. So we have face, Edge, and Christian back together again on a reunion tour. But what they're doing instead is sort of like a will they be able to get along kind of thing. And having, like a sort of tension that may eventually blossom into a full face turn. But the timing of it seemed kind of weird. Like it seemed like when I wasn't expecting Christian to come out, because I was like, well, it's way too early. Just last week, he was like, I don't know about this. I'm not remorseful kind of thing. So this is an interesting way to go about it, and I like it.
I mean, I would think, and I don't know, that they would pull Cope to the dark side. I think it's easier to pull him to the dark side than to Christian to the face side.
To the dark side with Nat X.
Well, but I mean, for a reunion, you want to see. It's hard to say because, like, at their best, they were young buck type heels. They're like super snarky, dicky heels, but super funny.
Dicky.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you get Cope into that position.
I don't know.
But
with
yeah,
some
we'll
stretching.
see.
I don't know him as a person, so like I don't know if it's a stretch.
Something that I was thinking
like,
about.
I have a feeling Jason Bateman is always a dick.
Okay.
Because he's
Fair.
real good at it. Anyway.
We also have the announcement. Oh, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say that something that I was reading chatter about that made me then think about it and be, I guess, mildly concerned was, and I would have to see what the card is really looking like, even as we get closer than we are now. But it kind of feels like there might not be as much actual Forbidden Door entries like that. There seems to be maybe not as much people coming in, like that is what really defines Forbidden Door as a show. That we're seeing a lot of matches that are like all AEW, or insufficiently mixed up.
Forbidden Door always seems like such a weird thing to time, because you can't just say like, oh, Tanahashi's going to be there like a year out, because what if he gets injured or
what's the
whatever.
schedule? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got to be a lot closer, and then like, oh well, now we have to like
How do you
build these
sell it?
matches,
Yeah.
and you just sort of have to sell it on like, well, this guy is an amazing wrestler, so it'll be cool to see these two amazing wrestlers fight basically without a story.
I think they need to do a Forbidden Door in Japan. I think it's silly to do things in like a country like England, no offense to England or anything like this, but it's like you want to sell the event, you want to sell the seats, and so then you have to like include more AEW people than you necessarily would have to if you did it at a place like Japan, or if you did a different type of Forbidden Door in Mexico. That was a wonderful show in Mexico. I would love to see more luchador shows. Like luchador heavy shows, I should say. It doesn't have to be like specifically a luchador show, but
I feel like there will be like a regular return to Mexico in the same way that Forbidden Door is, sort of like a AEW and NJPW kind of show.
So it makes sense to me. Obviously, we're introducing, audiences that are not familiar with Japanese wrestling. We're introducing different people to them. But if we're only going to ever introduce the same people that we see at Dynamite, then that's just kind of like, okay. I do want to see brand new people. I do want to see whole different cards. I'll watch it. But I think if they have more stuff in Japan, and then again, I don't know, maybe it's can't be in Japan because of contract problems. So they have to do something outside of the country. But like, I mean, I don't know how that works, because I know that there was a big deal at the Republic of Lucha show between that Skywalker guy and oh my god, the Alpha,
Konosuke Takeshita.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Look,
let it be known that Teresa no longer has a thing for Takeshita.
How could I forget?
He's not handsome enough. He is not a good enough wrestler. He is.
But you know what I mean? Like that was
not the chunky monkey of Teresa's heart.
A ton of people from Japan flew to LA just for this, which is wild to think. But at the same time, it's like these are people that never got to wrestle in Japan ever. And if you're a huge wrestling fan, it could be one of those things where like this will be the only chance you ever have to see them wrestle, because it's an unofficial match. It's outside of every single type of, outside
of all the feds.
Yeah, so like this is your time to do it. And it was a great match. But I don't know. I just was hoping Forbidden Door would be more like that. So I don't know if doing it in London even makes sense because of how much you have to sell your AEW stars to fill the audience, which is, I'm assuming that's why. Or maybe ticket sales online or something. I don't know how that goes.
I think it was just a matter of like they wanted another big UK show, and the venue they got sort of lined up with that pay-per-view at that time of year. So like, all right, well, this is the pay-per-view that we're going to do it.
Yeah, I guess so.
And it's a pretty big deal. I mean, it's a bigger AEW pay-per-view.
It is. It's always been fun. I've always enjoyed it. But I do wish that it would be nice if someday it became like a platform to really see radically different wrestlers that we normally see.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Chan, I think you were gonna say something before I was talking about that.
I was thinking I was just gonna talk about the people in that match, which is the Death Riders, Gabe Kidd, and the Young Bucks versus Darby, Tanahashi, Osprey, Omega, and Ibushi.
It does seem unfair because the one is like stacked with so many heavy hitters, and the other isn't necessarily not heavy hitters, but it just seems unfair. It just seems unfair.
On which side?
Well, the good guys' side. They're the heavy hitters.
Yeah, but this is going to be like a lights out, steel cage kind of bloody affair. And I mean, if you want bloody affair, you're going to go to the Death Riders. And
yeah, I guess.
The guy who broke Eddie's leg, Gabe Kidd, and you know, like what's Ibushi going to do against those guys?
I don't know.
Darby will fuck some shit up, but yeah. Okay. Anyhoozles, we got one more match.
Ooh.
It's Samoa Joe, Hobbs, Shibata versus Roosh, Dralistico, and Beast Mortos. Dralistico looks so cool. His outfit is so fucking cool. And he does this thing at the top of the ramp where he like his head does this like motion towards the camera, real sharp movements, and it just looks like spooky, like a lizard, like real cool.
And then he blinks in such a way that reveals that like
sideways.
Like it's one of those deals.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Like V. This is like V. What? Nobody watched that miniseries in the 80s?
I was quietly agreeing with you.
I mean, if you're talking about Alien Nation, we could talk about that, but I don't know.
I was not talking about none of that sour milk bullshit. I'm talking about straight up lizard people coming to eat humans.
I mean, like that's how alien they are. Is that spoiled milk gets them drunk?
Ooh. Instead of just shitting like the rest of us. All right. Okay, this was a good match. I enjoyed it very much. I love Roosh. I love Beast Mortos. Love Dralisico. Of course, I love Hobbs, Samoa Joe, and Shibata.
What is this nonsense about having a commercial break at 6:56?
I told you they went over.
Yeah, yeah, but to have a commercial break 4 minutes before the supposed end of the show is fucking nonsense.
They're like, we have no other place to put it. Absolutely no other place. Because, I don't know. So many other silly things just took precedence.
I mean, to be fair, I was not watching on Max, so I only knew by context clues. But
I'll tell you, like stupid. one of the things that is the most interesting about watching the like ad-free version is that you'll only in the vaguest way take notice of the fact that they cut to a commercial, so that it is extremely jarring when for no to your eyes no apparent reason the camera changes to like a super wide of the ring, and it suddenly starts rushing towards the ring, and Excalibur starts shouting, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember.
No, I'm used to it because I'm like we'll be right back, and then they just go into like goof off international mode where you start making in jokes with each other, and then you just hear them come back. And like over the last couple of minutes, someone's been getting their ass kicked. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we're back in. All right.
I enjoyed this match very much.
It was a good match.
And the good guys win. I like it.
Yeah.
MJF attacks Hangman.
Well, that's that's an entire other segment. Yeah, because it's like this. You think it's the end of the show
because end of the show.
It's the main event.
It's
the match happens.
Traditional ending, and it's cameras are hanging out for too long, as they do at the end of the show, and then all of a sudden,
it is a little bit kind of a filler match, honestly, because there wasn't like much of a story, or you're like, oh right, this is leading to something at the pay-per-view. It's just like, here's some guys and here's some other guys, and they're big stars, and we'll have a match. Yeah.
Some guys with hate in their hearts.
Anger, rage, and misery helped me have a pretty good career, says Taz.
Isn't that the Fates? Or no, the Furies.
I'm anger. I'm rage. I'm misery.
No, for real though.
We're the Furies.
Was that a play you were in?
Is that something?
Is that Shakespeare? Is that Shakespeare? All right.
Yeah, couldn't you hear the iambic pentameter in that?
I heard that I am 8-bit pentameter.
Oh.
All right.
You gotta do one of these when you.
The match gets a thumbs up.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Putting it in the passive voice for some reason. Match. Yeah, no, thumbs up.
And then, of course, there's the aftermath of MJF attacking Hangman, which they're in the parking garage or whatever. And what do you guys have to say about it? Because I don't have much to say.
We were just talking about, like, us, you put Paige and MJF together, and it's Cherry Garcia every time. You know what? Sometimes it's just it feels kind of rote. Honestly, it feels a little bland. I'm like,
feels a little American Dream.
But how dare you? You take your banana loving chunky monkey ass. And GTFO.
Whoa. Hey, if you're gonna shit on our flavors, I'll shit on yours.
Yeah,
I'm American and I do that kind of dumb stuff.
It's a bummer because that first segment was so strong, and then this was like, all right, he attacked Paige because, whatever. I don't care.
I know. It's like, so what? Like, he's mad. He had to use up his contract, but it's like, well, it's done. It's done.
And just do something more creative than that. Or, I guess you would do it. You would do it after, right? Put it in your burn book, all right? Let's see you get creative with the things you're calling them.
Try oils,
like
if you don't like watercolor.
Like bake something angry.
Burn a peanut butter cookie, and you'll find out how much better they are when they're a little bit burned.
Okay.
I'm going to have to take your word for that.
It is the truth.
I don't know. Take the word of a chunky monkey loving.
Look, I love a peanut butter cookie, man.
Peanut butter cookies are good. I mean, why is that the only? It feels like a peanut butter cookie is the only cookie that you cross-hatch with a fork. Feels like that's the style.
I don't know the pantheon of cookies, but I know that there's lots of stuff you do on the tops of cookies, so I'm sure it's not the only one.
Write in if you know a different cookie that you fork.
You know what?
You love forking cookies?
You know what? I'm thumbing this down. Give me your thumbs. We're going to end this goddamn show.
I thumbed the MJF Hangman attack down.
Wow.
Wow.
I know, right?
I middle it.
All right. And that's the show, everybody. It was,
oh my God.
It ends on kind of a down note, but it was a good episode.
It was.
It was a good episode for sure.
I mean, it was as good as the people of Ohio deserve.
Oh, but it's all of us. It's all of our show.
Are we all Cincinnati?
Good Lord.
Cincinnati, WKRP.
Oh, man, what a great show. Lonnie Anderson, no longer with us, though.
Are any of those guys still with us?
Yes.
Probably not. Who's still alive?
Isn't Howard Espen still alive?
Was he the guy with the blonde mustache?
No, that was Johnny Fever. Yeah. Let's see who's still alive.
You know what? This is not for the people. Good night, everybody.
Ding-a-ling, 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 ding-a-ling.